The challenges, I think, have remained constant for a few years. We talked about there is an adversary imperative. Security exists because people will try and subvert the value, steal your secrets for political, monetary, or ideological reasons. And I think there's a huge regulatory, it's quite an aggressive, rampant regulatory environment, mixing in with litigation and legislation, which is forcing people to really readdress how they think about security and what it means. Concepts of privacy are sort of being ripped up and thrown in the air, and there's no global standard. There's no single way of working. And then the third is just an unbelievable pace of technology adoption. So as people are running headlong into digital processes, new ways of working, new technologies, and every single new technology is by its nature riskier than the previous version. Think about USB sticks or keys as a perfect infection mechanism. New technology brings great opportunities but huge challenges. So I think really, if you were to define those three, that drives the security industry, and I think they come to a point within organizations around the CISO or the security leader, who then is battling all of those components in the minds of their board and stakeholders. And I think the ever-growing avalanche of news stories just pile pressure onto those organizations. And I think that's they would, for me, would be the key driving factors. Identity underpinned all of that. I think identity is as fundamental as who we are as people, and as groups of people, we can affect great change. We all think of ourselves as unique snowflakes. When you put lots of snowflakes together, you can cause widespread chaos. A snowdrift is something that's really difficult to move, to get through. However, individual snowflakes will melt and move and are unique. And you think about identities, it runs through those three big, challenges around identity being the number one cause of breaches. Most breaches occur using stolen credentials. Access is the second step in the the cyber kill chain. Absolutely core to gaining access or subversion internally or externally is through an identity or credential. So you can understand that pivotal component of it. The second thing is around, we talked about regulation. Regulation is identity and privacy, different sides of the same coin. If we have no norms, if we do not understand and treat identities and privacy in a common and consistent way, it creates fracture points, and those fracture points allow attacks to get in. It also creates confusion for organizations. And then I think around the pace of change around technology is within that, who you are, how you operate, how identity is dealt with, how you are treated, and how you access different services changes on a daily basis. Whoever would have ever thought that I walk into my home, the home recognises me as a person and gives me a different set of lighting, music, and heat to other members of my family, and that's just in the last couple of years. And I think your identity and your preferences and the pardon the word, but the cloud of attributes that surround me as an individual has just grown due to technology and service adoption. So I think the question was, how does identity fit into those? I think it's just fundamental to all of those. It's almost the key that sits in the middle and in between those things.